Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. I am Phil. Lilith is here.
Yo.
Justin.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Woo. Kristen.
Hello.
And there you go. And making his monthly appearance, it is Mr. Will Allred. Hello, sir.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hot.
Yeah.
How hot is it, Phil? Sorry.
That's like a frying egg on the sidewalk where I'm at. No, that's not hyperbole.
Florida, hell, same difference.
Mephisto's ass crack, yeah.
Oh. All right. So, yes, we're here tonight to talk some. Well, we're going to talk the Adventures of Superman issue 473, featuring Superman and some Green Lanterns. Will's going to talk to us about some of the new Green Lantern issues, and we're going to try to squeeze in Nightwing and Titans because we haven't discussed those for a while, Kristen. And we'll save Batman and Robin Year One for next episode when Mark Waid is here. Although we're gonna have to push because he has limited time. So, Mr. Mark Waid writing half the DC line at the moment.
As it should be.
Man.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
Batman
right.
and Robin Year One, Justice League, World's Finest.
I
Action
love
Comics.
it.
DC
I love
Universe.
that World's Finest. That's great stuff.
Action Comics. I mean, yeah, they're doubling down on Mark Waid.
What's putting the seats in butts in seats?
That's right.
Mhm.
All right. So I figure we'll start with the Superman issue with a pair of Justin's favorite characters are returning in this.
Oh.
Oh, what? I thought those were your two your favorites.
Oh, we're talking about the old Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about new stuff. for a second.
No.
All right.
The only Superman. It's the only Superman issue we're talking. Yeah, next episode we're gonna talk to Mark Waid about his Action Comics.
Oh, okay. We're talking about the new stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
We
Yeah,
might
old
be
man.
able to squeeze in some questions. Oh, probably not.
What?
About the Superman movie, but
About the movie, yeah.
I mean, he
it'd
did
still be spoiler zone. So
he did give us the heads up on crypto. Everyone was stealing that
Yes.
clip from when we talked
they
about.
credited us though, unlike certain people.
Oh, speaking of which, Phil,
Oh
you shared with us earlier today. You've got to mention this.
Oh yeah.
Our
I mean,
arch nemesis update.
it took him a few months, but yes, CBR's Brian Cronin did put out an article about
We got to renumber again, Phil. He found us.
yeah. What's the name of that Superman story we did for Electric Mullet episode?
Soul Surge.
Soul Search. Yes.
Soul
Guess what? Brian Cronin all of a sudden got inspiration to write about his Superman story from 1990. Yeah,
35 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody told Brian. Somebody told him we renumbered and he found us again. So
once again, Brian, yeah, beware. Charlie Esther is not here to protect you anymore.
Yo, wait, I must admit, I was confused. Who is this person?
Brian Cronin, he writes a ton of stuff for the CBR
under many aliases.
comic book resources. I know it's a Facebook page. They even have a website.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
yeah, comic book resources has a.
But it seems like he always spontaneously gets inspiration for articles after we have podcasted about it. And again, if it's new stuff like that's happening right
totally
now,
fine. But like
I
I'm
get
talking
it.
stuff that's like 40 years old.
Yeah, what was it that Joker?
yes,
you got
Lilith and
covered?
I talked about the Joker series from
the
1975, and within days, I'm like, okay, you just got inspiration about
Yeah. And there were like
50-year-old
3 more
series.
in rapid succession after that.
Oh, he's always up to something.
Yeah.
And again,
And
it's
we
fine,
suspected
credit
that
us.
once upon a time he was part of the Patreon because it was like when somebody in the Patreon we didn't know who it was. And I was like, he's trying to he's paying to get some more inspiration.
And again, I don't care, but how about some credit? Be like, oh yeah, listen
Link to
Case
this
Lunatics
podcast.
Yes. Just a link would do. That's all.
Yeah, say here, find him here.
Or a casual mention. Just whatever. Yeah.
That's all
I
right. So,
cannot believe they're still setting off fireworks.
Florida,
no.
Lilith. When do they ever stop setting up fireworks? I was surprised they showed restraint here this year, but yeah, you're in Florida.
Well, it rained on the 4th for like half the day, so I think they're still just making up for lost time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
America, Lilith.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, I'm just saying. That's your
And
Florida
Florida's not
slogan.
too happy about it. So
What?
Florida's not been too happy. They're not happy being a ruby red state right now. So.
All right. Little dissension in the ranks.
Oh yeah. So it's been interesting.
Oh my God, who dumped common sense on Florida?
Don't go that far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's more like sharks in a pool and somebody's got a paper cut.
Exactly.
We ain't paying for them sharks. All right, hold on. So I thought I had all the covers, but I didn't get the cover for this issue. All right.
This is a creepy cover.
It is creepy. I forgot about this cover.
And this should totally be one of those covers that glow in the dark, by the way.
Yes, or
But
foil or something. Yeah. This is a missed opportunity. Right?
I think this was right before like they were like, oh yeah, we can milk them
it's
for
from
all their work.
1990. So
Oh yeah, 90. Yeah, that was
we're about 2 years before the bubble.
Right.
Bubble burst. All right. All right. There we go. All right. So, and that's I have a synopsis. So,
Nice.
Really?
What? You don't think this one is synopsis worthy, Lilith?
I'm just always surprised about what gets a synopsis and what doesn't. Like the DC wikis are a little fickle. Almost like
Right, that's why we want to hear it. Lay it on us, Phil.
Yeah, so it's so funny. That's the funniest thing. Sometimes they're really long, and sometimes it's like a short little sentence. And
The one
I know. I
sentence.
swear, a couple times the summary Phil has read me has had more words in it than the actual comic book itself.
Yeah.
And then other times like there'll be like a 5-word summary.
It's like Superman teams up with the Green Lanterns.
Exactly.
Wow.
There have been
Thank
summaries
you.
like that. Yes.
it's the copy, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
All right. So Adventures of Superman 473 from December 1990. Rings of Fire.
Johnny Cash.
I was gonna make a comment about they make ointment for that, but
Well, Halo is in this, so that's appropriate.
No. Writer and penciler Dan Jurgens, inker Art Thieberg, colors Glenn Whitmore, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editor Mike Carlin. Clark and Lois tell Jimmy the news of their engagement. Yes, they just got engaged, so that's what we need to cover Crisis of the
Oh, right.
tonight someday. We have to.
Yeah.
And he later passes the word to the rest of the Daily Planet staff to organize an engagement party. Suddenly, a big Green Lantern sign appears in the sky. The signal then changes to Superman symbol, and Clark understands it is a distress call. He flies to New York and asks Guy Gardner why he called him, but Guy isn't responsible for the signal. Guy's ring then reveals Hal Jordan's last recorded location in Wyoming before Hal's ring ran out of power. So Superman and Guy Gardner fly off to his rescue. The two of them go to Wyoming's Air Force Base, and they discover a massive alien spaceship buried and attached under the facility. Hal Jordan is imprisoned in this ship by a gigantic being who wanted the Green Lantern power battery to refuel his ship. Superman frees Hal before the pilot starts the engines of the massive ship. Since the ship's takeoff could destroy the air base facility and the rest of Wyoming, the three heroes concentrate all their willpower to drain its engines of energy. Superman realizes that the alien only wanted to get back to his home planet, so he offers their help. To let him take off without risking human lives. The Green Lanterns and Superman dig out the massive ship and send it off to space, returning to its home planet.
I
right.
feel like so much was skipped, but okay, that's the
Yeah,
gist.
no mention of my boys Typhon and Dreadnought.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Which again, Justin, what is this, like the third and final origin for them?
Well, yeah, they did appear again. I think maybe once or twice.
Yeah, they do after death.
Very
of Superman,
briefly.
Yeah.
Very briefly, but that's it. Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they did this on purpose, because I think the next time they appear is like Superman 103 and Kal Rayner's Green Lantern by then. So they're just like,
Oh, right.
Last time we'll do Green Lanterns again.
Yeah. A different one every time.
But yeah, last time they showed up, like we covered it on Mullet, it was like, it looked like one of them was married to this woman and she came looking for them, and then they all got taken back to this army base, which again, I guess this is the base where the alien brainwashed the general into helping create.
That's right. Remember we're talking about what happened with that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, maybe is it different writers? Because I think the first appearance was Byrne, so of course,
I think it was Jurgens that wrote that one too.
Huh.
I think this is the Stargate Air Force Base too. Shout out to F.E. Warren Air Force Base.
And this was 1990, and Hal Jordan was roaming around doing nothing. So, Will, this was probably during the road back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that 5 o'clock show.
Yeah, this was
that looks more like 8 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't he even have like white on the sides of his head?
Yeah. Oh wait, did he? Because this era he does have the white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he? I mean, does Hal dye his hair in the future, or did he like age backwards?
He's a very vain man, so yes.
Oh. Well, I guess they were showing him aging well, but again, retconning after the fact,
Everybody
has
to be 25.
Parallax is starting to exert his influence, probably like 3-4 years before he actually shows up, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the road back.
Yeah, I did find this interesting though, that I think I almost preferred Jurgens' kind of version of Hal here versus what was going on in the Green Lantern book.
Oh,
because this
is
90.
Fair enough. That's preface.
Yes.
Who was doing that?
He will not be named.
Oh,
who wrote
in 1990 he was doing that? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My timelines are all.
Oh yeah, he wrote it all the way up till Emerald Twilight. Yeah, then Ron Mars took over.
Wow.
Yep.
So he wrote.
Did they collect any of that Ron Mars stuff yet?
I believe they.
Yeah, they did. Kyle Rayner Rising Compendium. That did like. Okay. That was like 30 issues or so, wasn't it?
I need to read that. I need to get caught up with that stuff.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah. What the great should be named the greatest Green Lantern, but yeah.
Well.
I've got.
Get carried away,
I think
I've got. No, he will not be named. Did a lot of stuff. He did that series, and then he did Mosaic at the same around later on.
He did a long run on Justice League International that was really good.
Yep.
That had the female Dr. Light on it, which I loved.
Wonder Man for Marvel.
Yeah, a bunch of the Ultraverse stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
very prolific. Unfortunately, because a lot of those.
Yeah, they don't
books are never going to get
anything
collected.
or don't reprint them. Yeah,
they'll never do it, will they? No.
And Kristen probably doesn't know the writer we're speaking of later on had some child pornography charges. So yeah, so they don't reprint the stuff. But meanwhile, the artists and everyone else don't get paid for that then either.
Yeah, all that great Jeff Johnson artwork. It's a shame. It's such a shame
for the Wonder Man
stuff. And in Green Lantern Mosaic was such a completely different book.
Yeah, with John Stewart.
Than anything else that was going on at the time, and it had some really interesting art by I think Cully Hamner, and I can't remember some of the other artists, but it would be cool. To have all 18 issues of it collected, but it's not going to happen because.
And I don't know, was that you, Lilith, or was that you? One of you compared it to like a Vertigo book. It was like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is that they should print it and then just give like money to like a charity for that kind of thing. I'm just saying, maybe not give the money to him.
They should.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Don't they do that sometimes?
Well, it's probably how their contract was worded. They should word contracts now where it's like, if you get caught doing stuff like that, not only are we not paying you royalties, whatever we were going to pay you is going to charity or something.
Yeah, it's in the fine print now, but back in 1990, I'm sure.
I doubt it was.
Yeah.
Especially, well, I was going to say, I guess Warner's was still in there, but yeah.
Well, and
Warner's hardly has room to point fingers, but anyway.
Oh,
yeah, good point. I didn't even really mind Guy Gardner's characterization. This wasn't as outlandish as he normally is.
Yeah,
or was during. Superman
is always a good influence on everyone. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good tempering influence on Guy, isn't he? Yeah,
it's true.
His haircut though is so hilariously awful. Like,
Oh, that was 90s Guy Gardner. Yeah.
That was 90s Guy Gardner. Yeah.
I mean, it is like the most perfect bowl cut, but I mean, being a perfect bowl cut doesn't mean it's good. But I was impressed by their commitment to that haircut.
Oh my god, I got excited at first, but it was just a fake picture someone made. But they're like, "Oh look, there's going to be a new Superman popcorn bucket," and it was a Guy Gardner head, and you could take off the bowl cut. And
Oh,
bowl cut. I was like, "That's perfect," but someone just photoshopped it, or something. I'm like, "No,
It's not too late."
bowl cut. I mean, it's perfect."
Is there going to be a Superman bucket?
Oh yeah.
There's like a crypto dog bowl one, right?
Oh, really?
Remember, there's the Superman's trunks are one.
Oh my
Junk in the
God.
trunk.
Well, and there's the cool ones for Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you got $100,
My accountant said I better not.
I know this dog could talk now. Yeah, no. I mean, the Galactus head is $80, and then
The Herbie
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 one
was
has
like
to be more. Yeah,
150.
Do you know how much that one is?
I haven't seen a price, but it has to be more. I saw a
It's got to
picture.
be $150.
I saw a
Yeah,
picture of
that's
how
what I
big that
saw,
Galactus head is. Someone like seatbelted it into the backseat of their car like it was a small child. That's
How
big
much did you see it for, Justin?
No, I think it's going to be 150.
Oh,
That Herbie. Yeah, that's my
I'd say
guess.
at least if Galactus head's 80, it's got to be at least 100. Because that
Yeah.
Herbie holds the popcorn, drink, and the candy.
Yeah,
Don't they have
exactly.
The car
And
too.
They might. I don't know.
Oh. I could see the car being like a drink caddy.
I've seen a lot of
Mhm.
movies.
So
they've
there's
done-
some from Regal and there's some from AMC. So I don't really support Regal. I barely support AMC. So
I think Cinemark probably has some too. That's what my local theater.
but
is.
Regal's is cheaper for those of you that don't want to give up your firstborn child. They're going to be about 50 to 60.
Mm.
So
Oh wow.
and then their standard buckets are only going to be like $20 at Regal.
Oh,
so.
nice. Yeah.
Well,
I have noticed they usually seem to be cheaper if you buy it at the theater instead of online.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Which is weird though, because at the theater you also get popcorn in it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I wanted to.
So there you go.
Right.
I've got a question for you. Superman experts here. How close are we to the Triangle era here?
Oh God, I think. Let me double
Just
2.5
about it.
years.
I think
Yeah.
no. I think it might be 91. So I mean, it might be.
But it's towards the
Oh,
end of
so we're-
91, isn't
I
it?
think we're right on the
Yes.
cusp of it at this issue here.
Yeah. It's close to it.
I thought
Yeah.
it started in 91, but let me check something. Yeah, because I know by Death of Superman in 92 they were doing it.
For some reason, I always associate the start of the Triangle stuff with Panic in the Sky. And I feel like that was 92. So maybe I'm
Oh
off.
no, see, yep. I think I was right. I think it started Jane then the next month because the very next
Oh.
issue of this has a triangle number, which is
Oh, okay.
January
Oh
9th
wow.
Oh,
as a
wow.
triangle. So
Next month. Wow.
so yes, this was
Seems
the
so
final.
early. Mandela effect.
This was the
I
final.
reject,
Yeah,
your,
yeah,
I reject
totally.
your findings, Mandela effect.
Hey man, I appreciate that. Back in the day, you had 4 Superman books, and you got a triangle number to tell you the order to read
Yep.
them in.
Look,
Yeah,
I
that
get
was-
it.
How long did the
Aesthetically ugly.
Triangle era last?
I'd say through most of the
Because it was
90s,
years.
right?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah, until they relaunched everything.
Yeah, I'd say probably until like 99 or 2000. I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were committed
Cool.
to the bit.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna commit completely,
Right.
right?
Because that's it. I think that's the way. Like around the turn of the century. Yeah, like the Batman books and the Superman books kind of like got all new creative teams on all the books. So
And they scrapped a couple and started some new ones along the way. Didn't they stop the Man of Steel and start the Man of Tomorrow? or something like that?
by Infinite
Oh,
Crisis.
it's
Yeah.
such a mess during this time.
Yeah.
But they stopped the triangles before that because I think too it's like that's the other thing about the 90s triangle stuff. It's like you had 4 different creative teams, but they were like, okay, we're doing this.
Continuing
Next week,
story, yeah.
Here's where I'm leaving you off and stuff. And I think by the time they got to the year 2000, none of the creative teams were like, we don't want to like work together. Everyone basically just got kept to their own book. Yeah.
Everybody
I'll
do
be
your
right
own thing.
back.
Okay. Yeah, like no one
Well,
wanted to do their homework, you know?
I think the
Oh, yeah.
Legion, since the Legion had Legion of Superheroes and Legion, I think they had like just a circle number or something to tell you which one to read
Yeah.
instead of a triangle number.
Well, like a lot of these, like the Superman books, the Batman books, Spider-Man over at Marvel, since they had so many different books a month, I think like all the creative teams would get together like for like a yearly summit, and they plotted everything out for the year. They're like, okay, you're okay. If we do a crossover, you're gonna do part 1, you're gonna do part 2.
Right.
Here's where I'm gonna leave off, and you need to pick up.
But
And
they
they
might
do
even
a year
have
like
like
that.
monthly editorial meetings.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure they were in
get
contact
together around
more,
the
but yeah,
table.
there was like at least one big monthly summit where they basically
Yeah.
whiteboarded the whole year, and they're like, which they don't do no more. They don't do their homework, but they charge us more.
Right.
Who's shocked about that? No.
And again, if Lilith was sitting here at the moment, she'd be like, "That's capitalism."
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
But,
did
yeah,
like this issue. I'd forgotten about it. I hadn't read this one in a long time. So I had even forgotten that Siphon and Dreadnought were in here. But
Not that
guess
they were
my-
there for
my-
long.
I
but
know my complaint is that we didn't see enough of them.
I think they were wrapping them up for a while.
Yeah.
But like, oh my god, my 2 favorite moments. It was like, well, one when Superman was just like, Siphon and Dreadnought again. When's someone gonna deal with them? And Guy Gardner just rings up a chainsaw. He's like, I can take care of that. Which was so Guy in the 90s. And then he kept calling Hal Jordan, and Superman's like, is that his first name or his last name? He's like, wait a minute, you don't know who he is?
I thought it was weird when he was like, "Oh yeah, I still haven't told Lois I'm Superman." I'm like, God, this is really old.
Yeah.
Right, I was shocked about that because I hadn't read this before, and when he was like, "Oh, Lois gave me an out. I'm gonna have to tell her my secret. We're engaged, and I still haven't told her." I was like, "What? How can you be engaged and she doesn't know?" Oh my
Well,
god!
I mean, I think literally he just proposed like the week before this.
You really should say that before you propose, so she can go in with
I
all
know.
the information.
But he wanted to make sure she was marrying Clark Kent, not Superman. So.
Exactly.
It was a moment of passion. It was a moment of passion.
Okay,
Don't
but
worry.
then after she said yes, he should have been like, "Okay,
Here's
By
a
the way,
bonus.
now I really need to tell you this in the interest of full disclosure."
that's what he takes
Again,
the
it's the
glasses.
90s.
Yes,
We're not
we didn't
really
like
thinking like
disclosure.
that.
He didn't leave her hanging long though. I mean, he did.
That's
He does
true.
tell her. Yeah.
That's
I just wanted her to say, "Duh."
That would have been good, yeah.
She should have been like, "Yeah, I know. I was."
If we
human."
ever reboot that story, that's all I wanted, just a duh.
I was just
Yeah.
waiting for you to tell me.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was
I wanted
testing
to hear
you.
it
I'm
from
a
you,
reporter. I
Clark.
know how to keep my sources secret. Like,
That's right.
hello.
Oh, I know. That would have been great. Yeah. Hi, I'm really Superman.
Duh.
But yeah, I did. That was the funniest. Yeah, Guy Gardner's like, wait, you don't know who he is? I'm like, no, what? He just wears a mask for the fun of it. Hal Jordan.
No.
We're professional associates. We're not pals or friends. We're not friends.
Although that is funny because it's like Guy Gardner's identity was public, Jon Stewart's was public, but Hal still kept that mask.
Yep.
Why were their identities public? Just cause, or?
They pretty much
Whoops
didn't
and
care.
giggles.
Yeah, they pretty much didn't care.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
John announced his.
Yeah,
I
John
think, didn't
announced
he?
his, and Guy pretty much, he wore a mask. Well, anything after Crisis, he didn't wear a mask. So.
Yeah.
No, after Crisis.
So do they like not have jobs or whatever, or is it like it doesn't matter? People aren't.
Not anymore. Well, Guy, I don't think Guy. Well, Guy was a gym teacher before. Well, buses did the thing.
He was so glad to get out of that profession.
Yeah.
John was an architect. Well, I liked when he was an
Depends on the
architect.
origin.
Yeah, he was an architect
Yeah.
for the longest time, and then they,
But see, it makes sense that he's in the military. He's probably living off his military pension because the Guardians don't pay them shit.
well, yeah.
Right, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I mean, you still have to eat. I get that maybe you and
They
like
live the watchtower that Batman pays for. That's my headcanon.
have a place to live or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like you need some money.
Current current continuity, they just spend like 99% of their time in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Phil,
They're
I have a
at the Watchtower mooching off Batman.
Hey, Phil, I have a question for
It's
you.
like orphans. Yes, sir.
Will you sign my lease? Sorry.
Ah! Oh Lord.
Epic Hal
I
Jordan
thought there were a couple
fail.
of Boston Pizza owners. It's a deep cut. Deep
He
cut.
tried to attack his girlfriend and he asked her to sign the lease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cal was an artist. I guess
New
still an
52.
artist.
Starving.
New 52.
But yeah, no, that was.
They're off planet to ditch their student loans. I feel that on a deep level.
So does anyone feel we're gonna get this full Guy Gardner in the Superman movie that we got in this issue? No.
I don't.
Billion. He ruins everything. I can say that as a Firefly fan.
Oh, Nathan Fillion.
I don't know. I think he has a pretty good grasp on the character, so we'll see.
I already want to see the director's cut because I already know they cut a couple of things out. So I'm just like, we'll see. We'll see.
I heard they cut a crypto scene because like the test audiences didn't like it. I don't know if it was like violent.
It's like he's a villain. That's a CGI dog. Let him punch the dog so you can hate him even more.
Oh, who punched him? Lex or Ultraman or
Ultraman, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
It's like, duh, of course he would punch a dog.
So they
Hello?
cut that. Yeah, they cut that. Scene.
Let a villain be a villain. Everybody's too damn soft these days.
That's been one of my big
It's a real dog
complaints.
fine, but it's a CGI dog.
Yeah.
Isn't that shorthand for yes? This is the bad guy. If they hurt like animals.
It's like Mr. Burns stealing Maggie's lollipop and he got shot for it. Hey man, karma.
Right.
Spoilers for a 30-something-year-old episode of The Simpsons. Sorry.
Bro, had it coming though.
Hey, yeah. Oh God, I was talking to Simpsons with Luca today, and I was like, yeah, it's up to season 36. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I was like, and I realized, yeah, the
He's
Simpsons.
never not known a time.
Well, I was like his age when it started. He's 12. I'm like, yeah, I was like your age when it started.
I gotta find that clip from frickin' Minority Report TV show where it's like Simpsons, season 55. And I'm like, yep. Yep. That was before Disney bought them. Yep.
Season 76.
Exactly.
I'm so old. I remember we were there on the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right.
I remember when there used to be couch gags.
Wait, they don't do that anymore?
Very rarely now.
What?
Yeah, they usually just do like the choir, the beginning of the choir, and then they cut to like Homer going into the garage and then start the episode now. It's real sad.
Oh, no.
That is sad.
Oh.
Damn budget.
Very sad.
Yeah.
God. All right. So, sorry. Should we talk some new issues?
I just want to say this was a good pick. Who picked it? Oh, never
Who
mind.
Good job,
did you
Phil.
pick
Good
it?
job.
Never gets credit. No.
And again,
Bad pick, Phil.
I thought it, for a 30-some year old issue, I thought it was kind of timely since Superman and Guy Gardner are in it. So
Yeah, it's a good issue. Yeah. I really
A little
like
bit of bait and
Dan
switch on the
Jurgens
Hal
with-
thing. Like he could have
Yeah.
been like in a corner in a bubble. He didn't really need to be.
That's
Oh!
Well,
Lilith, he's
yeah, they
sick.
didn't need to have both of them in the story, Hal and Guy. I think.
I love they're in the same organization. Maybe all Hal's telling Superman, why should you bring Guy?
That's
Yeah.
everybody's question when
I
God
know.
shows up. Who brought
Yeah.
him up? I thought he was with you.
Hey man, at least Batman. Hey, if you don't love Batman for nothing else, he punched out Guy Gardner.
Yes.
One punch.
Yes.
That's all it took.
All right, let's talk some new issues. We'll talk the Green Lantern stuff, then we'll get to the Nightwing stuff. I do have visual aids for these. All right. Oh, I did say I know Will read these because I did see in his
Mhm.
newsletter that he did read these.
Yep, they're good. Which one are you starting with?
Well,
Absolute?
I have pictures of all together. So yeah,
Oh,
start
okay.
where you want.
You know, I'm willing to give Al Ewing a lot of leeway.
With absolute.
This is a really, really slow burn on this. Okay, I mean we're up to issue 3, and I mean, we are 60 plus pages in, and not a whole lot has been revealed or is happened yet. I mean, stuff has happened, but we don't know what it is yet. So I don't know. I kind of hope I know he's going for this cosmic horror dread thing, but I kind of hope the pace starts to pick up a little bit on this one. What do you guys think?
You're just mad that Hal Jordan has the black hand.
Yes, that's why. I'm so petty like that.
Talk about your ointment jokes. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. I mean, again, pretty much just 3 issues, and the whole town's like been trapped under this bubble pretty much the whole time. And
I mean, we had something happen to John, who's figuring out that yellow or gold, or they're going to get.
Yeah, it took 60 pages to figure out. Oh, hey, gold stuff goes through the barrier. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the art is great, and it's good. It's just so slow, you know.
That is I want to talk to Al Ewing again. I've only talked to him once with Charlie, but I want to talk to him again. Maybe talk about that. And I don't know if no one was probably reading Immortal Thor here, right? But
I mean, I did for a little bit. Like,
did you read the last bit? Did you read the last?
I read the beginning of it.
Okay. No, it ended at 25, and then next month we're getting spoilers, the Mortal Thor, but
oh. Is he still writing it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that should be fun for him. Maybe he's out of his body horror era. I don't know.
I thought somebody else was writing that one.
I think it's still out.
Donnie.
They might have switched the artist though.
Oh, right? Donnie Cates was writing it a while back before Al Ewing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's been writing that, and then Lilith. I've been enjoying his Venom. The new Venom.
I did too. Even though they forced that twist on him.
Even though it's Mary Jane. Yeah. Even though it's Mary Jane and the symbiote. No, it seems more like a Spider-Man book than Amazing Spider-Man at the moment.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Well, true. Anything after 2007, yes.
Yeah. And I have to say that the Green Lantern Corps book was the one that I related to the most.
No.
Oh. Well, I mean, and it was good. I really liked the character interplay between all of the characters, but this is where the whole Green Lanterns are cops metaphor just falls completely flat for me, because Green Lanterns should be insane. Phil knows I went on and on about this. Green Lanterns are insanely powerful, and yet there's like 5 of them on this station, and they're all getting their butts kicked by Starbreaker? No, not Starbreaker. Evil Star? No. Who was the villain? Phil?
Wasn't it Starbreaker?
The cosmic vampire guy?
Or who's? No, I think who's the big core. I thought it was the big core of Starbreakers that were in the main book.
Yeah. It's been a while since I read these, and then there's like 20 Green Lantern books. Yes,
exactly.
Yeah. Starbreaker somewhere. Is it Evil Star in this one? Because I believe we did get Evil Star too.
Yeah, I think it may have been Evil Star, and then I think it's really cool that we got to see Space Cabbie, but there's not a cab that can go faster than a Green Lantern ring. Okay. I don't know.
I thought you were going to go into your whole explanation that they shouldn't paint Green Lanterns as like cops and more like first responders.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that would be a lot better of a metaphor, but I don't know. It's just they seem really depowered, at least.
It's what the plot demands. That's the problem. You want to have fun, turn off your brain, then you have to kind of make these exceptions for it. You know, again, it's like a classic Aliens, stuck in this place, there's something after us kind of thing, where people make terrible decisions. That it's like a parody. You can't take it. It's like a parody.
And it's comic book logic too. It's like, no one should get the drop on the Flash. If you can move at light speed, no one should be.
Although Barry's kind of a ditz. Let's all be honest.
Well, it's Wally right now. Wally's got common sense.
Well, that even more so then. You know what I mean? Listen, I love the kid, but
Redheaded stepchild.
We can all be honest.
So I was extraordinarily shocked to find out that the whole Heroes in Crisis thing, Wally was like this murderer. But then I was even more shocked that it just got quickly and quietly totally retconned
Because no one liked it.
because during Jeremy Adams' run on The Flash, and I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yes, yeah, because it was completely out of character for Wally. Yes.
Although, if you think about it, the way he's been treated over these last 30 years, it could push him over the edge. But they didn't play that. They didn't play that angle. You see?
Yeah.
He literally had to like break through New 52. I know.
Yeah. Ooh, I mean, I didn't blame him. Like, I totally was feeling the vibes of the story, just not the execution. I'm like, yeah, I can see it, but not the execution of it.
Tom King, he's not as good with like Batman, the mainstream. But if you give him guys like Mr. Miracle and Human Target and stuff, I mean, he does a lot better job. Adam Strange.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen the meme where Hal is sitting there. I don't even know what willpower is. I'm like, what? What?
Maybe he was talking sexually. We don't know. Context is key. Context is key with Hal.
Whoa.
Need for Speed. I don't know.
Oh yeah, then the Green Lantern issue. Well, I'm sure you like the last page of that of Green Lantern 24.
Remind me, what was the last page?
Aya.
Oh yeah, Aya from the animated series.
Yeah, because
that's gonna be interesting because
Jeremy Adams introducing more and more of the animated series stuff.
And trying to figure out how that fits in because events could not have played out. I'm going to say the C word here, continuity. They could not have played out in continuity.
Somebody bleep that out, please.
Yes.
The C word?
Yeah.
That'll sound a lot better. Yeah, the C word, and you bleep them out.
Because it couldn't have played out the way it did in the animated series. So it's got to fit somehow. I don't know how into
rule of cool. That is what we're doing here. Don't think about it too much. Don't be such a comic book nerd, Will.
But that's me. I gotta be me.
They're just kind of vibing and just doing whatever at DC. They're like, you got an idea? Cool. Editors are all on vacation. That's my theory right now.
I mean, right behind Mark Waid, Jeremy Adams is secretly taking over. I mean, first he was writing The Flash, now he's writing Green Lantern, like 2 Green Lantern
books. You're dependable and willing to work for those rates.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, and then I kind of like the Kyle Rayner and Connor Kent Superboy team up we've been in the last couple issues.
Actually, that's been really enjoyable. Mm-hmm.
I like this version of Connor. They've done a lot of work with him. So
nice.
And it's nice that we're getting Kyle again. You know, hey, I know I love Hal Jordan and everything, but Kyle was neglected for a long time.
Preach, brother, preach.
Yeah, long time. Like how many? Like at least 10 years, right?
Preach, brother, preach. Oh, I know.
He always felt like a coda that they were like, oh, I hope nobody remembers this, and they're like, oh, he actually got fans. Damn it, we have to address it. That's what it always kind of feels like.
Yeah. Or the fallback, like if something ever happened to Hal again.
Heaven forbid we have like 1,000 human lanterns.
Hey,
but, you know.
hey, Will Allred 3D printed this for me.
Nice.
Can you make a red one?
Oh.
Or a white one, right?
True.
I
liked him as a white lantern. I thought that suited him a little bit more, honestly.
You need one in every color so it can change daily depending on your mood.
Yeah.
Rainbow Core Unite!
Oh my lord. Or should I say Will Allred's son 3D printed out as he stood there and went, yeah, good.
Good job, son.
Hey, talking about colors every day, man. Will Allred sent me like a complete set. Oh, I got an extra one or two.
Ah, there you go.
But yeah.
Very nice.
Are those rings?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
The full set.
I know, Will, you didn't get me this, but yes, I put my Legion flight ring in there too.
I love that Legion flight ring.
Legion superhero super fan, Will. All right, I know you'd enjoy that.
I'm a nerd.
Where's your flash ring with the little suit in it?
Oh yeah.
Mine is mine's in the bedroom, but I just have a plastic flash ring in there too.
Oh, we know what he keeps in that one then.
What?
Can you imagine how convenient it would be though to have an entire change of clothes that fit into one little ring?
The airlines would be shook.
Someone walking
at you, Southwest.
Someone would look like that Hal Jordan cover, walking over like 20 rings, and be like, "Yep, I'm back for the vacation."
Awesome.
Oh, and Green Lantern Dark. Still enjoying that.
Yeah,
Is that coming
really
to a close soon? Or
I think so. I got
that is. I mean, it's so weird. It's like I forget about it because it only comes out like every other month.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 5 issues. Is that right?
Well, this was 5, so
yeah. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's 6 then. This was 5. Yeah. Okay. But I think it does have just 1 issue left. But we did get some information about. We got some information about this big hungry thing that likes to eat light coming to the Earth, and the reason kind of all of this is happening. And this is, I mean, who would have thought that a Tangent comic from how many years ago, Phil? 30 years ago?
Something like that. Because what was that, like late 90s maybe?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The Tangent stuff.
Would be published today. I mean, that's nuts.
Oh, here it is. It's a nice uneven number, 7.
Oh, it's gonna be 7 issues. Okay, cool.
Oh my God, that's
weird.
gonna set my OCD off so bad.
How are they gonna fit all that into a trade paperback?
Oh God, are they gonna do
They'll
two
manage.
small ones? Either 2 small ones, then it'll be an omnibus. Oh my God, they were gonna do an omnibus, maybe the 7 issues, and then the Tangent one.
7-issue omnibus.
Listen, they're
not an
getting greedier
omnibus.
and greedier. I bet you that's what they're doing.
An omnibus needs to be a minimum of 600 pages.
Oh,
Preach,
while we're on the
sister.
subject of omnibus, I've almost
that's
forgotten
right.
about this rant. Do any of you own an omnibus produced by Dark Horse?
Oh,
I think I have a Buffy one.
Do you have the one that's 6x9?
If there is one, Lilith has it.
Well, no, it depends on what the character is, but I think the
'Cause-
only omnibus from Dark Horse I have is probably Buffy.
Okay, because
I've got the Hellboy library stuff, and those are oversized, I believe.
Okay. 'Cause
Wait, yeah, the omnibus is only 6 inches by 9 inches?
Yes, I've bought.
That is
That's not
nuts.
omnibus. Omnibus has to be big and hardcover.
That's
and
what I'm
like,
talking about.
you can lift weights with it.
But if you
I
look
need that as a
at,
drop, Phil.
but if you look at their a bunch of the ones that they've done for like the Star Wars stuff, when they used to do the Star Wars adaptations, like all those omnibus, all of those are 6x9. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think that's their whole thing.
That's an
Because
outrage.
I'm looking at the shelf right now, and all of them kind of do seem small.
Is that like a cost
It's
saving?
so I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You have to remember, like Dark Horse back in the day was like the Dark Horse of comics, and so they had to do things differently. Kind of
Right.
and it just made itself stand out with its
Yeah.
prices and being
Right.
creator.
And I
content.
thought about that
What's,
too. I thought, well, maybe it's just them just being different, but
Yeah, it is
Oh,
just for
it's-
them being different because
it's
like I'm
just so
looking at
weird.
them and they're all all my
Yeah.
Buffy ones are the same
so
size.
weird.
what are the new DC releases? Aren't they 6x9 as well? They're those big, the new
Oh, they're doing
collections.
those little thing. Those where it's
Yeah,
small.
they're doing them too. Yeah, I guess
Uh-huh.
they're popular somewhere. I don't know.
Shrinkflation! Demand your money's worth.
cheaper.
But that's not an omnibus. Those are like tiny
Yeah.
Yeah,
ones.
it's just like graphic
Yeah,
something.
that's
Yeah.
you keep in your
Big trades.
toilet or whatever. Yeah, keep on the back of your toilet for reading.
My Masters of the Universe is the same. Yeah, I think that's just a Dark Horse thing. They still
Yeah,
do it.
It's so strange.
Oh, Justin, did you have a question about that Alan Scott miniseries?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be ordering the trade paperback of the Alan Scott miniseries
That last one.
that came out recently. When was that? Last year or this year?
I think that was last year.
I'm pretty sure.
Last year.
Is that the one where the first issue has J. Edgar Hoover in it?
I think so. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet. But I ordered the trade of it. So I was going to say, if after I get that, if you guys want, we should talk about that story.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
I said I got the issues. Yeah,
I think it's on the app too, isn't it?
Yeah, I read it
I
on the
remember
app.
seeing it. Yeah.
I was gonna say if it was last year, yeah, it should be on there by now.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
That
Yeah.
one, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be down for that.
All right. Yay.
So
Yeah, I
is
want to
that-
get
is
some
that
love
out-
for my man Alan.
Is that out now or is that
That trade is out now.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought they turned them around pretty quick. All right.
Yeah, back in the day, they would first release the hardcover and then they would wait a year and then
Yes.
release the trade.
That's
Of course,
true.
that was back in the 90s or the 2000s, I think.
I mean,
They
it-
did
I don't
that
know.
until very recently. Now they just want their money.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's more likely for a paperback to, like, even with just normal books now, they kind of don't do a lot of hardcovers anymore. So that's just what
We
it
need
is.
the money. Gimme.
Especially now, since Amazon, you don't own your books, you can't download it off the Kindles anymore for backups. Like, yeah, paper books are going to go through the roof, I would assume.
paper.
Always have physical copies of your media.
Yes. Anything you want to?
Books now, especially, yeah.
Absolutely.
Video games, no hope for, but
They still do physical media for those, though.
you don't own it though, and the servers die after 5 years. Like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I still buy CDs for music. I'm not doing this streaming crap. No way. I don't like. Yeah. No, thank you.
That's what I want to do. One episode, go through your playlist.
Oh yeah. That'd take a
We might have
while.
to do that as Patreon, just so we can play some of your music.
It'd take a while. We could
All
do
right. All right, now let's flip over to some more DC. Kristen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
all
a nice
right.
cover.
What in the world happened? Is he still being tortured emotionally?
Always.
Well, the whole thing with this, these mysterious individuals who've like basically armed the police, giving them advanced weaponry to just try to kill some of the gangs, some of which are filled with children. Yes, that's all going on.
So is this supposed to be like a timely commentary on the militarization of police, or just like fun schlop?
I like to think yes. Because what's been going on is this Pierce woman came in and her company is selling all of this stuff, and Dick's been trying to convince his half-sister, the mayor, Melinda, that it's a bad idea. And now Melinda just seems to get this, and as she's announcing that she gets this, something happens and she passes out and they can't wake her up.
Wait, is that his real half sister? Have we had the DNA test, or? No way.
I don't think they had any DNA tests. I think they were just like, yeah, sure, let's go with it.
Okay.
She's older than him, so she's John Greason's kid from before he got married.
I mean, he was a carny. It's kind of believable, but I don't know.
Well,
I'm waiting
you
on this
never
one to
know.
blow
Yeah.
up, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I will admit, when it first happened, Phil and I were both like, this feels sort of unnecessary. Like, I mean, it's all right.
That was an
I mean,
Punchline in
Melinda-
disguise.
Melinda's
Mark my words. Ever since Spider-Man, I don't trust fake new family members coming back, and no, I don't trust.
Well,
He should be a robot.
They did do something pretty interesting with it in DC versus vampires. You didn't see it in the main continuity, but I forget which one it was, but it was one of the, everything has to have 50 zillion offshoots just to get more of your money. In one of the offshoots, there was a backup story that was, because, I don't know, a couple-year-old spoilers, Nightwing was the Vampire King. And it was like, how did he end up as the Vampire King? And it was because Melinda, his half sister, betrayed him to the vampires.
I think that's foreshadowing. Okay, thank you.
Yes, that first DC versus vampires. Yes.
I liked the first one, but then they kept doing it, and I'm like,
I
guys,
didn't-
just one and done.
I didn't
Things
read
can end. It's okay. I promise.
I didn't read past the first one, but yeah, all our favorites were like vampires, Nightwing, Hal Jordan.
Didn't
Yeah,
Nightwing the first one right? It's kind of fuzzy now. He killed Batman, right?
Oh yeah, I sent
Yeah,
that.
he did.
I
sent
forgot-
that to
took a
Ray. I
shot of it.
remember.
took
I thought.
Full page shot. I sent it to Ray. Yeah, just Nightwing putting his fist through Batman's chest, and
Yeah.
I think Ray had the best night of his life then.
Batman, my favorite character.
He
Yeah,
opened up his deck and had a time of his life.
yeah. Vampire Nightwing killed Batman. He killed Tim. He killed Jason.
I
wait.
just feel like that.
No,
that's
wait, did he kill
subconscious.
Jason? I think Jason had him. He bit Jason, and Jason wasn't dead. And then Jason asked Green Arrow to
Maybe, yeah.
shoot him. He bit Damien, but this is what I thought was kind of interesting.
Vampire.
It- He bit Damien and turned Damien into a vampire.
That's his son. What do you mean?
Right. And then Damien was like, even though I'm a vampire, I'm going to fight it and fight against the vampires, which I thought was an interesting take.
No, he would have gave in. I'm sorry.
There's all that Lazarus juice flowing through him.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, I kind
You
of feel
think-
like if you were going to have a Robin become a vampire and fight against it,
It would have been Tim.
should have been Dick. But, I mean, whatever. They wanted to do something different. And, of course, like, people wouldn't have expected Nightwing was a vampire, so it was an easy way for the vampires to get in and
Night is in his name.
and basically turn everyone.
You would think a character whose whole shtick is willpower would not have, succumbed to the vampirism, but
Well, it depends. on
I guess
which one we're
I
talking
guess the
about.
bites are more powerful.
Or you think those rings could cleanse them or something? Well,
yeah. And how did they stay if the person was dead? Anyway, lots of questions that never got answered.
Yes, too much
Magic is
science.
real in the DC universe.
Yes.
Right, and of course it made everybody act really bad because didn't Hal Jordan kill his buddy? Didn't he kill Barry?
Hmm.
oh, and
Yep.
yeah.
And he Cuisinarted Jace of the Wonder Twins.
Oh yeah, he did. That's
Oh
right.
my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, that's right. That was effed up.
Yes, it
Halloween
was.
time, shall we discuss?
Oh yeah, we can discuss
It's
that.
only a couple of months away, kids. Get ready.
That's right.
That's
It should be for Halloween.
And kids, that suit on the cover was just like a gimmick thing. So yeah, so expect that in the toy store any day now. Although I don't think there's any toy stores these days. So
Yeah, expect it
Yeah.
at your local Walmart or Target. That's
Target.
as good.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, she put him in the bad lady because she's done something. She gave him this suit because it's supposed to help ward off fifth dimensional energy because something is taken over
oh,
Titan's Tower. And what happens, which we already knew as the readers because of the narration, but Dick's cute little imp Nightmite is being tortured, and he's like, what? The villains are doing something to him that's messing with his power, and that's why he's appearing as this creepy monster.
yes, from Tom Taylor's run. Yes, not Batmite. Nightwing has his own Nightmite.
Yes, of course. Because
Of
he's better
course.
than Batman.
Yeah, but Nightmite is cute.
Yeah, Batmite's just
So-
a dick.
How,
Only
How
if
was
you've
the
never
Tom-
seen the Brave of the Bold cartoon. Okay? That is canon, and
was
I don't
the-
care what anybody says.
how was the Tom Taylor run on Nightwing?
Good.
Good.
Very good. Yeah, we recommend it, right, Kristen? Yeah. There was, I mean, and the work him and Bruno Redondo were doing, his artist was amazing. There was one issue, they did the whole issue through Nightwing's eyes. So, like, if he jumped off a building, it looked like you were jumping off a building. Yeah.
Now, if they would have just made it in 3D and gave you the glasses.
There you go.
Reprint.
The whole thing is through his eyes. And so it's like the only time you see him is like when he's looking in a mirror.
Checking out his butt. Oh, yeah.
And then there was one issue. That one issue, I think it was the year before, where it just scrolled left to right the whole thing. So each page it just kept going to the right, going to the, like he's chasing someone gang down the street, and you're just like going down block by block and stuff. So
I'll have to check it out.
And he got a dog.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part.
the 3-legged dog. Yeah,
She's super cute. Her name is Haley. I know some people didn't like the
Taylor.
Todd, thank you. Run as much because he brought in a lot of other people. So there would be like episodes, issues where Wally came to visit and they did things, or the Titans were.
That was interesting though, because
I know I really liked it.
Friends.
Right, I really liked it, but some people didn't like it because they felt it was like, oh, Dick always needs help. They're making him like look less capable. And I was like, I don't know. I think he just has a lot of friends, work smarter, not harder kind of thing.
Exactly.
Well, and it made sense too, because once they started the Titans book, Tom Taylor was writing that too. So
Right.
Of course,
corporate synergy.
yeah, it's like, hey, go.
But it was good corporate synergy.
I mean, it's just a classic example of you can't please all the people all the time. Like, I really liked it because in terms of relationship drama, there was none. He was just with Barbara and they were chilling and it was fine. But some people are like, oh, so boring. Whatever.
And I won't spoil the plot, but yes, in that last arc, Batman had to put on a Nightwing suit. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Literally
bursting at the seams.
Yeah, that's why it was
Who are
funny.
you fooling, old man?
He's a steroid.
That's why it was funny.
He's on the Venom, man.
Lilith, no bad Batman bashing. He has his fans.
Batman, my favorite.
Ray's like, yes, bash him good.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
That's right,
I'm
kid.
telling you, that's his April Fool's episode every year. It should be.
Yes, definitely.
But only the plot twist is only when Batman gets his ass kicked. Those are the only issues.
Yeah, right. We have to show him
First
losing
episode
horribly.
is Ray breaking his back.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I mean, you and I, when I and Eve Heavenwater did our April Fool's episode, yeah, we said Ray had like the biggest Batman podcast on the planet.
Yeah, that's Earth 3 though. Our boom tubes and mother boxes are broken at the moment.
But it doesn't matter what universe. Doesn't matter which universe. It's always Ray plays games where, yes, if you have a deck, Ray can handle it. All right.
All publicity is good publicity.
Oh, but yeah. And speaking of Titans, yeah, we'll do that because, like I said, we'll save Batman and Robin year 1 for when Mark Waid's actually here.
Yeah.
So is this getting rebooted anytime soon?
I don't know.
It's like at 24, so I'm just like, do we let things get to 25 anymore?
Well, I'm just waiting. I mean, I don't think we've gotten the announcement yet, but I'm assuming Nightwing's going to be getting rebooted because Superman and Batman are both getting new number 1s, and God forbid anyone go past them.
But we're like not in a good spot for rebooting.
I know. I mean, they might.
It never stops them, babe.
I mean, Nightwing's at 127. Yeah, they're not going to let that pass.
I like this cover. What's going on here?
Well, of course, okay. Something that never happens. Deathstroke is back. He's formed a team. He's got.
Oh, they remember he exists.
So yeah, he's got a team now with like Mammoth and Clock King and Terra.
Boo, Terra.
He's back.
So yeah,
I never liked the victim blame, but
I can name most of the characters. I assume, let's see, Raven, Wonder or Troya, Beast Boy.
Got Ray Harper at the top there.
Oh,
yeah, it's
that's
basically
right.
New Teen Titans, but Roy instead of Wally.
Gotcha. Who's the one on the right over there?
Oh, so is it what Cyborg there? Like under
Oh,
Cyborg, Nightwing.
Gotcha.
Starfire,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's somewhat classic. Yeah, like Kristen said, it's just Roy Harper instead of Wally West.
Which
Wally was in it, but then he has a
once the creative team changed, they kick Wally out. Although he's been doing lots of weird stuff in his book. So,
which costume is Donna rocking these days? Is she back to the black and white?
Yep.
Thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a version of that. Yeah,
I like that one. All right.
Yeah, she's leading the team right now. Dion thinks like, "Hey, you lead the team."
Nice. There you go.
About damn time.
Yeah, she knows how to do
So
it.
it's good, except the artist draws faces so freaky that
Oh, really?
look at Donna's face there.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Woods. What's his?
And that's
Pete
not
Woods?
even the worst.
It's giving
Yeah, I think
Instagram
so, yeah.
filter.
Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just time or what. Because I know back in it, like years ago, he did like the Tim Drake Robin book, and I didn't think his faces looked like that. So
People evolve and it changes.
well, and again too, I mean, a lot of people are just rushed these days because people got to do so many books.
It could be too how the inker is.
Oh yeah,
interpreting the pencils too. So, and it could be a combination of all of those things. So.
Hey, as long as it doesn't look like Frank Miller's current stuff, it's fine with me.
This is not stick figures. I'm good. Well, there was an area it's the tins.
It's also partially because sometimes the stuff, like when he's drawing the robot, like that face looks really good.
Robot fetish discovered.
Maybe it's like pretty normal, so I don't know. But the gist in that one is yes, a former villain, Venetia, Cyborg kind of saved her and fixed her up. And now it looks like at the end of this, looks like a cliffhanger that she's been recruited by Terra and Deathstroke, but
no good deed goes unpunished.
Well, yeah,
especially not with the Titans.
Well, yeah, but she's getting stronger and stronger. Like she can hack any computer system and anything.
I feel like it's gonna be a fake out.
Yeah. But yeah, this issue, Terra's all like, "Oh, hey, the Titans aren't your friends. They're gonna betray you. Look what they did to me." Okay.
Terra.
I mean, that's like a classic.
Tell the full story.
That's a classic cliffhanger ending right there. And then
of
probably
course.
Next week she'll be like, Deathstroke.
Oh, wonderful! Will be a bigger issue because that'll be issue 25. Because I know
they care about the Titans like that. Like, when's the last time Titans got a special?
I don't know, because at the end of the Green Lantern 24, they said Green Lantern 25 is going to be oversized. So
that's Green Lantern though. They're making a concerted effort. I feel like we're getting a lot of Green Lantern stuff.
Well, yeah, because one of them's in a movie, Lilith.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Titans are in a movie or anything like that.
Corporate
so don't hold
your
energy.
Well, we need a Nightwing movie.
Well, I don't want a movie. I want a TV show specifically.
You mean a better TV show?
Yeah.
Or a solo TV show.
Yes, a solo TV show.
Yeah. Without Greg Berlanti involved, please.
Well, you don't want to show like Titans where it's everything's going fine. Then at the end of every season, like Dick Grayson or someone else makes like a completely out of character and stupid decision.
You know, I totally forgot that show even existed.
I don't want it to be gritty. It needs
people wrote on that show. That's so bad, DC. That's so bad.
It needs to not be gritty. They made Titans too gritty.
Well, you knew they were going to be gritty when they set that one season in Gotham. It's like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, let's start. Let's start with the Joker beating Jason Todd to death. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the first season. They could have not started gritty and gotten grittier or whatever.
And especially when they had that. What was the other show that crossed over with them?
Doom Patrol.
Yeah, Doom Patrol. It's like
Yeah.
You've got literally the same universe. You confirmed it in. This is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know, and Doom Patrol was pretty good.
And they
let's not get started on the 75-year-old Batman. when he stepped out, I was like, "What? You're kidding me? That's ridiculous. Get out of here."
Did they do that just so you're not like, oh, this is why Batman's not stepping in?
No, they wanted the Game of Thrones
where's
viewers.
Terry? If that's the case,
they wanted the Game of Thrones viewers. They're like, "Oh, cool, he was in Game of Thrones. Let's watch this comic book show." Yeah, stupid. Yeah,
we could do that. Just do Batman Beyond. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Damn it, DC. Where's our Michael Keaton and Batman Beyond movie, live action movie? Come on.
They screwed him over again, so I doubt he's going to be dealing with
he's probably done with that. Yeah.
All right.
Batman Beyond never totally jived with me though, because most of the characters that I like from Batman are not in it.
Yeah, but still.
Fair enough. It's an acquired taste. It's like literally the pitch is like, we need teenage Batman, make it work.
Right.
In the future, my age is millennials. They made it work.
Yeah, teenage.
Yeah, I
Batman.
didn't watch it when I was a kid, so I feel like I missed the boat.
The whole because it
Oh,
tied into the Justice League, the JLA, and all that stuff too,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Project Zero and all that stuff. So it's kind of like and Static Shock. So it's like kind of that whole Saturday morning thing that it just got wrapped up into. I think is probably why it got so popular and caught on. And plus, the same like people were working on it, so the stories are really good.
I mean, it's cool animation and it has a good aesthetic in that kind
and it has
of
a
thing.
good lore to it too, except for the end.
I was always just like, why do you need this Terry person to be Batman? You have so many Robins that could step in and
because
be
he estranges everybody he's with. That was the point. And I'm like, yes, that Batman ends up alone, miserable and bitter. Absolutely, it totally clicked with me.
Batman.
Particularly the
favorite character.
Yeah, once you get into the new Batman Adventures version of the animated series Batman, he becomes much less friendly, I feel like.
We don't talk about Red Skies here.
Oh, I just want to say one other thing. This came out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Robin and Batman, Jason Todd. Yes.
Although I didn't see one for this month. I thought it should be coming out this week, so maybe it's a week behind. I don't know.
So who's that by?
Wait, Lemire and Nguyen.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Lemire. How did I say Lemire? Do you guys know that name? Lemire. And then Dustin Nguyen.
Yeah. That's coming back to me. Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
So he was a guy that did like Little Gotham and stuff, and he did Robin and Batman last year, 2 years ago. I forget now.
Yeah, with Dick Grayson one. Yeah.
Dick Grayson, and it was not bad. It was pretty good. So I thought I'd check out the Jason one. I don't know. I have more.
Spoilers: Jason's a mouthy little brat.
Yeah, I was.
That's why him and Damien don't get along.
I was interested to see that, and I think that this will be kind of polarizing because I think that a lot of people who are hardcore Jason Todd fans are going to be pissed about how Jason is portrayed because many, granted, from what I've seen on the internet, which there are many hardcore Jason Todd fans that seem mad whenever Jason is portrayed as angry. And they're always like, he's the one that said Robin gives me magic and made Batman laugh, which I think that was
no tea, no shade. People that are Jason Todd fans are not Jason Todd fans until after he comes back. Like I've literally never met a Jason Todd fan online that liked him before. I'm just saying. So that kind of colors it for
them. Yeah. So I think that's part of it. Yes, is most of them are fans of Jason as Red Hood, and so but then they dislike their favorite character being portrayed as like the shitty Robin, I guess. I
mean, there's always Damien. He's not the shittiest one because Damien's just right there. So,
I mean, it's been baked in since the beginning. I mean, Jason. I mean, when he first
he was a replacement
before Crisis, he literally was like a Dick Grayson clone. He was a circus acrobat. I believe they were even the Flying Todds. It's they were. He was a placeholder, and then after Crisis, they made him like the street kid, but he was little brat.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's interesting because I think that I mean, I don't know for sure since I wasn't reading comics at the period, but I feel like people didn't. I feel like that Jason would not have the popularity he does now
if he wasn't. He's a martyr, yes.
And if he hadn't been reinvented, because I feel like the people in the 80s, didn't like this like sassy attitude having Robin, but people like that now. People like that now. Now Jason is like a slightly less sassy, annoying version of Damien. And people like that. I don't know. I always find it interesting. Not that I want to get into debates on Facebook because that's a no win. That's a no win for anyone. But I always find it interesting that people often seem to be like, no, Dick is the angry Robin, and Jason is the one that said being Robin gives him magic and makes Batman laugh and stuff. And I'm like, well, okay, like that was one version of Jason, and then there's another version of Jason.
There's a couple of versions of Jason.
Which version of Jason are you talking about?
I swear that sounds like Lonely Place of Dying. I swear it was like when Tim was like going through his stuff, he's like, yeah, he seemed happier with Dick. He just seemed angry with Jason. That's
yeah. Which, you know, you have to take it with a grain of salt with writers too, because everybody's like a conceptualization of their quote unquote favorite character is always colored by what they read first. That's just how it is.
Mhm.
What era of comic book did you grow up reading, you know?
Well, I'll go with Kristen. She's read every era of Dick Grayson, so
She has a whole book on it, so you know.
that's right. Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder, now on Amazon.
Thanks, Phil.
Hey, no problem.
It's just embarrassing.
Anyway, I mean, the art is good. I mean, it's only going to be 3, so that's not much of an investment. So I'll do it for sure. But it'll be interesting to. I feel like there's going to be a segment of people that are really going to hate it because it violates the Jason that they have in their head. And then there's going to be a lot of other people that are like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Fan fiction ruined Jason Todd. I'm just gonna tell you, because there's so much good like Jason Todd fan fiction that I think a lot of people get it convoluted with like what comic Jason is actually like. That has a lot to do with it, especially if they're talking like Gen Z fans. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. To be honest, Jason Todd for a long time, Jason Todd in fan fiction was a much more nuanced character than Jason Todd in comics. Jason Todd in comics was like, Batman should kill. I will kill. I will give you a duffel bag full of heads.
Exactly.
It's like pretty hardcore.
And who knows what Jason we're going to get after Hush 2. Although, did you see
Why
that?
do you keep bringing that up, Phil?
Well,
Nobody.
But Jason's supposed to get a mini series or something, right?
I don't know, maybe, but I just saw
Just
it.
bring back the Outlaws for God's sake.
Exactly.
I saw Jason's supposed to get a mini series where he's in New Orleans, and so is Huntress Helena.
Uh-oh, bomb chicka wow wow.
No.
Ooh.
Always following in Dick's footsteps. Okay.
Yeah.
Footsteps, you say?
But no, it's so funny.
Helena's a better fit. I feel like Helena's a better fit for Jason.
Yes, agreed.
But no, do you see the funniest thing? Hush 2's delayed. Of course it is. So they're saying the reboot might come out before Hush 2 is over.
Give it up for DC Comics, ladies and gentlemen.
As
We
if-
are back to the freaking Kevin Smith era. I love it.
as if new number ones aren't confusing enough. Yes, the new number one may be out before.
Didn't
Yeah.
it happen recently with something else too?
That's interesting. Yeah, I actually I'm just waiting for Hush and stuff to
Well, you may be
get
waiting.
out on get on the app.
Yeah, you don't have to rush out and go. It's a cash grab. It's a sad cash grab.
I know.
It's kind of like how they keep bringing up Long Halloween. It's like, babes, let it go. The magic is gone. Let it go. We actually already had a sequel and another sequel secretly too. So I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, again, I read that one as it comes on the.
All right. Anything else, my esteemed panel? All
I
right.
think we covered it all.
Can't wait to
Guys.
talk to you.
And then some.
All right. Well, first, thank you, Mr. Will Allred, for joining us
Yes,
again.
thank you, Will.
Thank you for having me. It's always
Glad
fun.
Glad you
Oh,
come in.
well, how's the book going? How's are you in the shipping phase yet?
Oh, yeah.
Not yet. We'll send it off. We'll send it off to printer at the end of the month, and then about 3 to 4 weeks later, I'll have issues and start my massive mailing operation, which is
Woo!
and then hopefully, if everything goes to plan, we'll be launching number 7 in late September. I hope.
Ooh, nice.
And we'll be more than happy to pick your brain about it again.
Yes.
That's right.
Excellent. I'm always down.
Will's gonna single-handedly. You're gonna single-handedly make the Arkansas Postal Service profitable.
I try my best.
Remember, when you're shipping out books, start with the letter P.
Hey, gotcha.
P for Pennsylvania.
That too.
Bill for Podfather.
Podfather, that's it.
All right, Will. So tell the people where they can find Crossover Division, and especially, yeah, if 7's coming out, could be September. Let them know.
All right, you can find me at Walred on Blue Sky and Facebook and on Gmail and all those fun things. If you want to check out Crossover Division, you can do that at crossoverdivision.com. And I've got an older book that I did 4 issues of called Diary of Night. You can find that at diaryofnight.com. Crossover Division 7 should be, fingers crossed, launching late September on Kickstarter. And it is crossing over with the Call of Cthulhu. And I just want to say this. Pablo can freaking draw tentacles. It's awesome.
So,
Nice.
so take my money.
Very nice.
I'll put it in my navel.
Yeah, boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
You know where I'm going, Will.
They aren't even attempting under our orifices.
That's the one.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
Of course, I always have to end it with Will.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I do.
All right. And let's see who else has stuff. Well, Will tells humanity collectively to suck it. So
No,
we'll
not
get
to suck it. Go touch grass while you still have grass to touch.
That's a good one. All right, kids. Yeah, remember you can find me on pretty much all social media, Podfather Phil. If you need more Justin the Owl in your life, you can hear him on the Lost Library of Legends, right, Justin?
That's right. Every month I just put out a new episode, and there will be another one coming this week of The Weeds of Crime, The Shadow in comics.
Oh, I got excited for a minute.
Oh, you heard weed? Okay. That's a podcast you two need to do together. All right.
That's for another podcast.
And as I mentioned previously, yes, you can find Kristen's book, Dick Grayson Boy Wonder, on Amazon. I don't care how much you think you know, you will learn something. You think you know Dick? You don't.
You don't know Dick.
All right. Because Lil threatened a project for like 3 days, and she's like, "No, you guys didn't write in. You ain't getting it.
You didn't move fast enough." Now I can stream in peace now.
Oh. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. Next episode in a few days. Mark Wade will be here, so send in your questions. All right, for another week, well, another episode.
My main question is: you have a clone, right?
LMD.
We have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
God,
Good
those two
job
are
on the
more.
ampersand.
God, well, these two are more polished. I think it took us over 100 episodes to do that polish.
It was like wrangling cats, to be fair.
Well, the two down there are the cat wranglers.
That's right.
I have the dog people on the top row, the cat people on the bottom row.
Yes.
I actually take care of a little stray tuxedo kitty. Comes by my house every day to get fed.
Oh, I love that.
I love tuxedo kitties. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're the best.